Hi Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for August 15th through the 31st. We're going to go like 31st since it's September 1st because we have that Mercury in Virgo, trine Uranus and Taurus, and Venus in Virgo, trine Saturn and Capricorn. So we'll just include those 2 days together. But I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, let's get a crowning energy. Crowning energy, and then we'll get a message of protection from the universe. Let's get a crowning energy first to start. Okay. Okay, lunar eclipse. Very nice. Okay, and let's pull your protection message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle. Messages that Gemini needs to know. Protection messages that Gemini needs to know for August 1st, August 15th, rather, August 15th through August 31st, August 15th through 31st. Go the distance. Okay. So let's talk about these first. Okay, the lunar eclipse. Change, listen. We've all been going through so much change lately, and any number of things can happen here because this is all about endings and beginnings of anything that's transformative in your life, transformative relationships. So this could be an intimate relationship, this could be a relationship having to do with a close friend, a colleague, a boss, just your job, a change in life's path, could even be where you live. But whatever it is, it's going to be pretty abrupt. Even though the situation's been brewing over time, the actual execution and action of the change is going to feel like it's very abrupt. This is all about a new way of looking at things. You're just going to be feeling like you're a completely different version of yourself in this energy, that a shift definitely happened and you're very much like both feet into this next phase of your life, even though you're not completely clear on what that actually means to you. But again, whatever issue's been going on that is changing has been brewing for a while, and things are about to bubble over. This could be a partner or a would-be partner who wants to take a relationship to a new level. Could be an engagement, moving in together, wanting to get married, anything like that. But whatever it is, it's just going to be this very dramatic shift. You're going to be thrown off balance. Now, conversely, if the situation is something that you've taken for granted and it suddenly collapses, you're going to feel like you're in a space of needing to make a new start. But in any event, you should start to see the effects of this change within the next 6 weeks and expect the outcome to be completed pretty much within the next 6 months, which makes sense to me, guys, because we do have another eclipse in Capricorn on December 26th, and that's going to be heralding in even more change than we have. But that's going to be, the changes on that one are going to be a lot more positive than what we've been going through. But this does indicate cycles. This is cycling. So, when I say cycle, I mean there's a definitive part of something in your life that has ended, and you're definitely starting a new chapter of your life. And then we have go the distance as your protection message here. Look, you see the desert there? So it's like you've been wandering in the desert for ages and ages and nothing is happening is what Gemini feels like. Just, okay, already, when is it going to happen, And when you think about what a desert actually means, what do you think about, right? Dry lips, dying of thirst, sunburnt skin, mirages, But it's so much more than that because, in all of that, there are the hot sands and the creatures underneath with resilient spirits and tough skins and willingness to go deep underground, to find that water that's going to help them survive, right? So this is really about you developing your survival skills right now and your resilience because you do have this change going on. And you're going to be really identifying how to really conserve your strength and energy because you're going to recognize how off balance you're going to feel if you don't do that, right? So you really want to listen to the call of your soul because that's never going to lead you down the wrong path, the call of your soul, right? And this is just a really important time for letting go of what's just not important. If it's not important, let it go. And you just know that with this energy means you're in the right place at the right time. You're in the right place at the right time. Absolutely. So I like that message of protection. And listen, change is inevitable. We can kick and scream all we want, right? It doesn't matter. Again, even good changes is stressful because sometimes it means switching out of an old life. Well, no, it always means switching out of an old life, and that's not always very easy. What does Gemini need to know? Please, Spirit, Gemini need to know for August 15th through August 31st, 2019. What does Gemini need to know August 15th, 31st? Any messages that Gemini needs to know? Messages that Gemini needs to know about these changes, Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, okay. So this is going to be for the week of the 15th. I'm pulling an outcome energy here. I don't know if you can see that. And this is for the last week. An outcome energy. Okay. So let's take a look at what we have. Four of Pentacles. So, you're feeling generally, I'm sorry for the lighting, monkey position, I'm not in my regular setup here. The Four of Pentacles, it's, tells me that you feel inherently that in the long run, I feel, Gemini, I have to tell you what I'm feeling. I am feeling that you're taking on very much of a long scope view of your life. You're understanding that whatever you're dealing with right now is very much for now, is building blocks for something bigger later on. And I'm getting that you do understand that you're going to be okay, that things are going to end up stabilizing for you. You're in a space of feeling that happen already. I'm not feeling that you feel like you've arrived there fully yet, but I do feel like you are a little more in control than you've been. Now, the Seven of Wands upright, right? I mean, you look at him, and he's bigger than the land in which he's standing, right? So there's this element of control and very strong will to just get the job done. But because it's reversed, this is telling me that you're in a space right now, just during this week, where you're doubting yourself, and you're doubting if what you're putting out is actually going to end up coming to fruition. This shows me you doubting yourself and you vacillating between feeling secure and not secure. One day you'll feel very secure. And when I say secure, I don't only mean as far as your pentacles, your money goes on the most mundane level. As I always say, it means money, but it also means values. It means morals. It means feeling supported by someone. It means feeling like, you're in the right place in your life, It's more than cups, right? When we're talking about pentacles in this way, it's about you feeling solid in your earthly existence, that you're going to be okay. So it's even more than pentacles. But I feel like you're vacillating with this insecurity and this analysis paralysis, and just 1 minute feeling like everything's going to be okay, but the next minute you're really, really not sure. Because I feel like in your mind, everything's going to be great. We love the Eight of Wands, because where's the Eight of Wands going? These wands are going to go down into the dirt, and they're going to stick right into the ground, and they're going to be stable, and they're going to be beautiful for you. So this is all great. And this is telling me that wherever you're going, you're absolutely going in the right way. You're going in the right direction. But man, are you having a shitty time trying to let go of the past. You just really are. We have this Tower reverse. Guys, look, I love the Tower, right? I mean, I love the Tower. I do. I love the Tower. The reversal only means that, you're feeling guilty about something, or you're feeling extremely angry or bitter about how this thing ended. But this is a definitive ending. And what is it an ending to? It can be the ending of a job. It can be the ending of a relationship, yes. But it can be the ending of just outdated ideas, outdated value system, an old way of thinking that needs to be revamped. The way you've been thinking up till now is not serving you, has not served you in the way that you're supposed to be served, okay? And this needs to come down. It's scary when it comes down because it's like the rug's been pulled out from under your feet, even though you've known that this was going to happen. You've known it. You saw the writing on the wall. You knew. But still at the same time, it's so crazy how the most intelligent of us can play these mind games with ourselves and maybe not want to look at everything, or even if we're looking at everything, not fully embracing the change in the way, but in the way that we should. But then as the outcome for this week, we have the Eight of Cups, and this tells me movement. You understand you got to walk away, and you're moving into calm waters here. This is you walking away. You want to start something fresh. And this is just you completely understanding that whatever has happened in your past had to happen for a reason. Gemini, I'm very much getting that you're understanding that at this point. This is something that you were struggling with, but that you're embracing now. And you're taking the higher road. You know you have to move on to better yourself, to bring yourself where you need to go, to have that change, to go the distance, to bring yourself the manifestation that you are really putting out there, and you're not really willing at all to let anyone or anything get in the way. But I'm getting very definitively that there's a lot of fear and insecurity in this, and just forgive yourself for that. That's normal. We're not robots, right? I always say that, okay? And then going into the last week, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is you building something. This is you having focus and building something. You know what you need to do right now. Gemini, I feel like you have really identified what it is that you need in your life to be happy. And that means from the most mundane, how much money do you need to make in order to live the life that you know will be comfortable for you. And you're being very realistic in this approach. I'm getting very earthbound. This is an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this is about building and having the tangible. In the same way, this is you identifying exactly what you need in a relationship. And you're also looking at maybe where you might have failed yourself or a past partner in areas that you could have been better in, and you don't want to make that mistake again. So you're being really honest with yourself here, is what I see. Okay? But at the same time, I do feel like you're still nursing some issues from your past, and you're still needing to deal with someone from your past. You're not completely closed, like the box isn't tied up nice and neat with a bow as far as your past goes yet. So this does indicate you being across purposes with somebody. There needing to be some sort of rectifying of a situation, some sort of clarity brought to a situation, a resolution brought to a situation. So to me, the Two of Swords is, you're at a cross purposes with somebody, and maybe you're taking a little breather before needing to make a bigger decision. This is very pensive energy, the Two of Swords. But you're at this cross purposes and you're thinking, okay, how can we rectify this situation the best for everyone involved? This really is you understanding that I'm sitting here with the blindfold on, but I understand this is something that needs to be done. Because whatever this is, and whoever you're dealing with, it cannot be ignored any longer. You need to rectify the situation in order to bring yourself the manifestation that you want. But you're having a really hard time doing that, because then we have the Page of Swords reversed. So what this indicates to me, what are swords? Swords are thoughts and words, right? And Page really wants to push something forward that's new. It's like it's a young energy, and it's a new idea, and it's a new way of looking at things. But in the reversal, this tells me that you're stuck. And now for some of you, this could be you're stuck in an old way of thinking, and you're just not willing to let that Tower reverse moment happen for yourself. You're fighting it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Because once this is brought upright, you're going to be able to really implement these new ideas and these new thoughts that you have that are necessary to move yourself forward. So, and this is very necessary in order for you guys to wrap up and finish up whatever this is that's still lingering in your past. Because you have so much energy already in your future self, but it's like there's this there's this harness, right? This metaphorical harness that's still pulling you back to your past. Now, it's going to mean something different for all of you. This could be in a job. This could be in a relationship, a friendship, something that happened with family. Or for many of you, this can be you realizing how your childhood has impacted your adult life and how you do relationships and how you do jobs. And you're just really in a space of trying to work through that. And you're just not quite there yet. Because then we have the hangman reverse here. So this tells me that you know that you need to do a lot of thinking and to really get back down to the nuts and bolts of it all. You know, the hangman is actually a very intelligent energy, a very pensive, very panoramic, visionary, right? Understanding that to act abruptly and rashly is irresponsible and is going to be counterproductive. And this is something that Gemini, struggles with, because we are the great communicators. We are ruled by Mercury. And when we get a thought, we want to say it and we want to implement, we want to do and we want to move. But we're realizing that sometimes in life that doesn't serve us the best. And maybe we're seeing where that way of thinking hasn't really served us so great. It has in many areas, but very often it doesn't, right? So this tells me, though, that you're resisting. That many of you are resisting. Many of you are, and you're thinking, you're doing this Four of Swords thing here as the outcome. This is you resting, right? This soldier came back from battle and is very grateful to be alive, right? Because back in the day, before people would go into battle, they would actually have their coffins made for them and sized and whatnot, so that when they would, if they had to be brought back, if their body had to be brought back, everything was all ready for them. So it was very common for soldiers to come back and just lay on top of the closed coffin, just so grateful that they've made it through the hardship. Right? So you made it through the hardship and you're very grateful and you're thinking about your next steps, but you're not acting yet. You're in this space of sort of neutrality at this point. You're moving your ships forward for sure, but you're not 100% finished cleaning up your past. You're not 100% cleaning up the past. I feel like I want to get some clarification on what exactly is preventing Gemini from dealing with this past? What exactly is preventing Gemini from dealing with this past, from closing up this past? What exactly is preventing Gemini from closing up this past? It's definitely something, guys. I see you very much seeing your future, wanting your future, having this change put upon you. There's no choice in the matter, but I'm seeing you fight it. Why are you fighting it? Why are you fighting it, Gemini? Why are you fighting it? Okay. Okay. Gemini, it's finished, okay? It's finished. Whatever it was is really finished. Okay, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a job, a position that you were going after and you ended up not getting it, a project that you really wanted to happen and it's not happening, because this shows me you very much wanting this new beginning with this thing that you can't let go of. You feeling very deeply emotional about it and you wanting to share the deepest part of your soul. I mean, this is Two of Cups. This is a Gemini energy here where it's both sides of yourself, right? You're really wanting to share. So for many of you, I'm getting that this is a relationship that you know needs to be over. You know it's over. You do know cognitively, all right? But in your heart, you're not willing to let it go yet because there's still love here. You're still feeling love. For others of you, this is you recognizing that someone feels this way about you, and they're giving you a very hard time when it comes to facilitating your ability to move forward. So, this could have to do with maybe someone's giving you a hard time with getting a divorce, or a hard time, if you want to move out of your home, you know, if you want to end the relationship and move out, they're making it very, very challenging for you on very, very practical levels. This could just be, so really, because this is a general reading, it depends on where you're at in your life. So you could be the one having a hard time letting go, or someone else is having a really hard time letting go. In the same way, this could be you not really wanting to let go of a position or a job or a friendship, or just really not wanting this change to happen, because whatever it is that's changing, you had so much faith in it at one point, so much love, so much passion, so much energy vested in this thing, in this person, in this situation, whatever it was, that you just really so much don't want it to be over, even though you know it has to be. Okay? Or for others of you, you are so ready for it to be done, but somebody just won't let it go for you. And because you're a kind person, and because you don't hate this person or this situation, it's making you feel a certain level of confliction. Yeah. But the change is happening, and you have to go the distance, right? And going back to the go the distance, this is an important time of letting go of what's no longer important, and what's no longer going to serve you, and find your strength. Really dig down into that sand in the desert and find the water and do what you need to do to move forward, you know, no matter what it is. But I do like you getting the lunar eclipse, because this is such a strong card. I have found when I get it for even the private readings that I do, it's pretty much on point, guys. That 6 weeks, 6 months window. So it's happening. You just have to let it happen, you know. And sometimes we fight these things without even realizing it, you know. But the energy here is really wanting you to understand that change is a part of life, and the ebb and flow of it all is a natural part of life. And even though it can be quite painful, and guys, I want you to know, like, we do have a lot of beautiful things going on in the sky, right? We have Mars and Virgo trining Uranus and Taurus. We have trines, and we have Mercury and Leo trining Jupiter and Sag. We have a lot of trines going on. We love trines. Trines are great, right? I mentioned that other trine that we have on the 31st going into the 1st. So there's a lot of harmony supporting you, letting go of what needs to let go of at this time. You have so much supporting energy around you. So I do really like this for you. I'm not suggesting that it's going to be easy, but I do like the vision that you have. I do like that you inherently do know everything's going to be okay, but it's like crossing that street. Crossing that street for the final time is the big struggle for you right now. And you just have to know it's not going to be easy, and just know that you have to do it. Yeah. All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.